Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here and we're just passing by, please consider subscribing. I will appreciate that. And you also get notified when we post new content, new videos. Like this video, that's the only thing I'll ever ask you to do. You don't pay for anything. For all the information, robots and tools and stuff that I share, I will never ask you to pay for anything. Forget about the people, the scammers writing whatever they write in the comments section. Yeah, you definitely know them with their spam messages. So if you are looking for Forex robots, if you are looking for indicators, if you are looking for Forex systems and stuff like that, there are two links to two blogs in the description box below. Go there and see if you cannot find what you're looking for. There are pages and pages of content on those blogs. Sometimes people are lazy to go through them and always come and ask for things that are already on the blog. That's when I can tell that no, this person is just lazy. They haven't gone through the blogs. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Okay, so today I am answering a question that was asked by one of the guys on one of the videos about how long should they look at if they are planning to learn the meta codes, or is it the MetaTrader language, because they want to also make their own Forex robots. It seems logical. Seems nowadays everyone has got their own Forex robot and people are making money with them. Not just trading with them, but obviously selling them for a premium. Whether they work or whether they do not work is not the topic of today. So how long should you look at before you can actually make your own Forex trading robot? If you have a background in C#, if you have a background in a fairly old computer programming language called C#, it's represented by a C with a double plus sign. If you're proficient in that, then you at least stand a chance to be able to make robots, indicators and stuff in the meta language in a very short time, because the language that they use on the MetaTrader platform in the meta editor is actually a subset of that language. It's a subset of C#. So people who are proficient already in C#, they don't need more than a month. I've heard of people who took just 2 weeks to be able to learn the MetaTrader language and became proficient with it because they've got a background in programming using C#. Now for a complete beginner, a person who has never written a line of code in their life, that's the position where I was a few months ago. It takes quite some time because there are things that you need to learn. For example, you are going to want to learn the mindset of a programmer. You want to get that mindset of how do you solve this, how do you take this and transform it into that, which might be a challenge at first if you've never written a line of code in your life. But this is not to say it can't be done. I am in my 5th month and I can fairly say I have a grasp of the meta language. I have a fair grasp of how to do it, how to make indicators, how to make robots and things like that. And so I think it goes to passion and dedication. if you are really passionate about it, and this goes to everything else. If you're passionate about music, if you're passionate about tennis, if you're passionate about rugby, if you're passionate about soccer or whatever you're passionate about, you need to just be disciplined enough to dedicate a few hours of the day to learn how to do the thing that you love most. Even cooking, you actually need to practice it and learn it and practice, and you become a proficient cooker. So a few months ago, I also set myself a challenge, uh, that within 12 months, in 12 months time, I should be able to make my own Forex robots. And I've been dedicated to that challenge ever since. So sometimes people don't realize their goals because they fall off the road along the way somewhere. They just fall off and they decide they no longer want to do the thing. Maybe because it has become too hard, or maybe it became too hard for them, or whatever. So my first advice would be, probably before you can delve into learning the language, probably find indicators or robots or systems or whatever that you can actually play with. I think I mentioned in a previous video that you need to find something with an MQL file, MQL file. Usually the Forex robots, Forex indicators come with a .ex4 or .ex5 file. Those are hard to decompile unless you are really good. But the MQL files, those ones, basically somebody has handed you the code. So you can actually play with that code and see if you are able to make some changes and see if it's something that you want to do for the next 6 months or 12 months. If it's something that you want to dedicate your 2 hours, 3 hours a day learning. So that's basically what I did. And then from there, you also need to have a good strategy. Or you can start with a simple strategy, like maybe a moving average crossover. Maybe you want to make a robot that trades a moving average crossover. I think there is already some base code around that online. You can download some of that code. You don't have to write it from scratch. There's online resources where you can actually download code for that, or an indicator or system based on that, and you can actually play with it and tweak it and see how far you can go. Then you decide whether you want to dedicate your life to this thing, because 12 months is good as your life. Then I personally had to allocate 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, to learning coding on the MetaTrader platform. So it's something that you can also look at. Maybe you dedicate an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, depending on your schedule. Or if you can dedicate 5 hours, 10 hours to learning this thing, then obviously you are going to learn it faster and you are going to speed up the process. So how long is it going to take for a person to be able to make their own robot? It really going to depend on that. How much time you are going to dedicate to this thing, and how well can you learn new concepts? How well can you learn these things? And how well can you grasp new concepts? Because it's a new thing, it's a new world for you if you've never written a line of code. So I'll say it depends. For some it's less than a month, for some 5 months, for some 12 months, for some even longer. You just have to make a plan. Make a plan about time, dedication, especially the time. You need to find time to learn this. And then, yeah, it's not like you cannot do it. I believe anyone can do it. I believe anyone can learn something or do something when they practice it, as long as they are dedicated to it. So, yeah, good luck with that. Until next time, bye.